Hello and welcome. Let's pop back to round 7 of Season 2. We'll go to the Ferrari F14T Limited Series and then into tier number 9. Now, as you can see, I am fully upgraded, and you're going to have to be really close to fully upgraded to do this. This one's not easy, and we're going to do the whole thing. So this doesn't go too long, but this is very difficult. There's several stages to this. This first corner, really a brutal corner in this car. You've got to be so careful with when you get back to that throttle. No assists at all, that's necessary. Tilt beat controls, sensitivity 0. I highly recommend tilt beat controls if you're going to be trying this. You really need to be able to feather the throttle in this car, or you're just going to end up in all sorts of trouble. At the top here, I'm definitely going to be taking a cut, probably every single time at the home corner there. And then that's going to be it for a while. Bruxelles here is interesting. You got to get on the gas, brakes there. You want to try to make it so you can get full throttle back. And then at the corner with no name, slight braking point. Puan corner, I'm having trouble getting a feel for it in this car. It's really interesting. If you brake early, you get through most of the corner really well, but then you end up having too much speed to steer. So, I overshot that corner. And there, see, look at this, slide, oh my. Handling this car when it gets off track is brutal, and you're going to see that if you know you're going to go off track, there's really two things you can do really quickly. If there's a wall there, throw yourself a bit sideways and nail that wall so you bounce back onto the track. You don't want to hit it with your front end though, this is a delicate car. If there's no wall, you want to get on those brakes while pointing straight as soon as possible, then correct your steering and try to get back on track. Very, very, very difficult car to drive. I've already corrected myself in another video, but I'm going to say it here as well. By the way, please subscribe, press that bell button, like, all that jazz. I'd really appreciate it. So in the past, I've said that the McLaren MP4X was just as hard to drive as the Ferrari F14T. I am taking that back. This is harder to drive. This is, like the MP4X slides pretty bad too, but just not as bad, and the steering is a little more predictable in the MP4X. That's what I'm finding. Like with this car, there's a very narrow window in this car between oversteer and understeer. It's tricky. Now, I don't mind it because most cars in this game are actually pretty easy to handle. This is the challenge. So let's see there, and so that's pretty good. But I definitely could have driven it a bit faster. First lap is brutal because the bots are so slow. Second lap, they're doing better. Now, if you're a hardcore Formula 1 racer, you're probably getting mad at me because I'm going past the white lines. That's the boundaries in this game. So you really need to go with what are the boundaries of whatever racing series you're in or whatever game you're in. In this game, it's only about your outside tires going over the line, not your inside tires. And in lots of series, they do things differently. Like just look at Indy Road Course in the different series. They're going to give you different track lengths for that track. Well, I guarantee you they're not changing the track length. That's because different series measure it differently. There's all sorts of rules like that. And even in Formula 1 sometimes, in fact, I'm pretty sure the very last corner of Spa here, you'll see them taking their all 4 tires beyond the white line. Now, granted, it's an outside corner, but it's still giving them an advantage. So, anyway, regardless, you need to know the rules of this game if you want to be as fast as you can in this game. And if an actual race car driver was playing this game, he'd do the exact same thing. Whatever the rules are, they're going to go right to the edge and go past them sometimes just to see if they can push those boundaries. So anyway, back to it. So here we go, and going back into Puan corner. No one in my way really. Let's just see. I went, and then there I had a lift a bit. I was heading into the exit too far to the right. I was just going to end up going right off track. This corner coming up is also a very tricky and important corner. You really don't want to go off track right there. 22% of a lap happens between that corner and the last chicane. So a mistake there is really costing you a lot of your lap, a lot of distance. And this off-track cut's very necessary. It's difficult because things are a little bit darker in this variant. I love this variant, but it's a little harder to see. Now, this corner is, like I've already said, it's incredibly important. Oh, great, is he gonna hit me? I had to drive it a little bit different. I was afraid he was gonna hit me. 25% of a lap happens between corner 1 and the corner at the very top there of Kemmel. This is even hard to take. Eau Rouge Radion's hard to take if you don't have the right race line. It's, boy, it's interesting. So yes, 25% of the lap happens just as we're getting to Lacombe corner. And again, I'm taking this off track. If you get that just right, you can keep it full throttle, but it's extremely risky. The risks aren't worth the rewards. It's better to brake a little bit or lift a little bit before you get back on the throttle. Corner with no name, look at that. Nice overtake. I got in some slipstreaming there as I overtook him on the outside. Okay, let's see how this goes. Look at that. Okay. I just don't want to wash off track there. Really, really don't. So, like I said, this is... I've been practicing this a lot. Oh, nuts. Okay, I'm trying to keep it straight. This car is very fast on track. I was going just over 170 kilometers an hour when I got back on track. So if you can control yourself while you're off track, it's actually not that bad in this car. You just can't skid. No sliding. You really need to avoid sliding. So you're going to notice here, I'm going to lift a bit if I have to. Oh, that was amazing. Wow, did I ever maintain a lot of speed. I'm braking just after this wall. It all depends how I get back into the traffic there. If I had to slow down a lot, then I'm going to brake a little bit later. If I didn't slow down very much, I'm braking pretty well at the wall if I'm hitting up a lot of speed. And yeah, if you don't get Eau Rouge just right, you're going off track there. It's very interesting. I'd say a secret to this car is make sure you turn early. Start your turning early if it's a full throttle turn. And that will really help you. So here you can see I'm doing okay off track. Very little steering though. I'm doing very little steering while I'm off track. I'm going to steer heavy. I'm going to get off that throttle. Nuts, see this? I decided, okay, I'm hucking my left rear into that wall to bounce off and get back on track as fast as possible. And that's the secret. So I'm trying to take Pouhon as fast as possible, but it's just so... Oh, it's tricky for me. Anyhow, I like this set. I haven't been comfortable doing that corner full throttle. Just hasn't worked so well for me here. I want to catch some slipstreaming, see if I can get an overtake. No. Okay, I'm very close to the perpetual point. He's disappearing on me. I have not been counting cars. I've been far too focused. He's pulling away. That's probably a perpetual point car. If you are unfamiliar with this, perpetual point happens after you pass 42. Oh, there we go. After you pass 42 cars, this is what happens. They suddenly get tightly grouped again. So you know when you're at the end. And, I gotta concentrate here. When you're at the end of an endurance race, the bots get so far apart that you just can't keep going. This is what happens after that, once you get to the 43rd car and beyond. Now, as I run better and better laps, like consistently fast laps, they'll get even closer. Ooh, nice toe heading up Kemmel. Might pass this guy on the right. See how I'm gonna do this here. I don't want to hit that wall. Oh, that's sketchy. As you can see, I am really pushing it. I'm not going to mince words. This is an incredibly difficult race. So, this is probably up there with the MP4X at Le Mans. Maybe... Oh, nuts. Look at this. I'm trying to not steer very much. I lost a lot. Still, I didn't do bad. I took a quick look at my speed. That's not bad. But I'm not going to see any more bots until I'm getting back on the start-finish straight. Like, I won't pass anymore. I might see them. Really? Oh, nuts again. But I didn't even go below 200, I don't think. If you go back and watch that, you'll notice that I actually didn't get out of the throttle. That's because I saw it happening, and I straightened out my steering so that when I was off track, I wasn't sliding, and then I could gently get myself back on track. So don't be so quick to get back on track that you end up causing a big skid. That's what'll hurt you. Now, I got to be very careful here, watching for ghost bots when I'm getting into this overtake here, trying to get that. That's such a sharp hairpin. The way that corner's laid out, it always feels like a 90-degree corner to me, but it's not. It's a massive hairpin. Like, it's not a full 180, but gosh, that's a sharp corner. So, yeah. Okay, so we're getting close here to the 50-kilometer mark. That's often where I would stop, but I was going to go for 100, and just to see what that would be like, because lap 1 isn't great for giving me my average because I start from a dead stop. And I mean, at this point though, I've been going fast for quite a while. Gosh, I always think I can take this corner full throttle, but again, I just don't think it's worth it. A little bit of braking is beneficial there. Okay, back into the draft. Oh, I mean, I can't take Pouon corner that well in this car. It's very difficult. This corner, they over-brake it, so I can get an overtake there. I like that. Often here I can get an overtake, but you got to be so careful. Oh, can I get... Nope, I'm not going to get it. And look at him drive away on me. I wanted to be very careful getting into the draft, not to hit him. This is a very delicate car. If you take much of a hit at all, you'll get a damaged front wing, which is your immediate indicator that you've lost some of your performance. Mainly grip is what's really going to hurt in a car like this. So you do lose top speed, acceleration, grip, and brakes, but it's grip that I really... No, nuts. Oh, I hate making that mistake right there. Okay. The bots, interestingly enough, do lift a tiny bit through Eau Rouge, but then they're boosted bots. Every bot after the perpetual point is faster than a fully upgraded car. So that's why this would be really difficult if you weren't fully upgraded. And, well, that time I was crazy aggressive. Don't know if you noticed that. An extremely slight lift as I was going off track at the Combe corner. Bruxelles here, I want to be careful not to go off track, but I'd love to get under this guy. Oh, there we go, catch some draft. Oh, well, okay, I'm going to try to get him at Pouon, but I'm nervous. I'm so nervous here. Look at this, I got a, yeah. Okay, next 2 corners I should be able to get 1 if I do this properly. What's my timer like? That timer's getting scary. I'll be okay, but this is a little bit scary for me. There's a fine line between overdriving it and underdriving it. If I don't drive aggressive enough, I'm going to run out of time. If I drive too aggressive, I'm going to go sliding off track or crash, or both, and I'll definitely run out of time. So there's a fine balance. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Nice pack I'm catching up to again. That's the nice thing about catching up to traffic, is that you find the pack again very quickly. Oh, took that very wide. Wow, I was on the edge of going off track as far as the standards of real racing 3. Eau Rouge and Radion again, so watch, you'll know, oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, nuts. Well, at least I didn't slide, but that's a really big mistake. Now, I'm going to gain on this guy pretty fast at the Combe, so I might have to get out of the gas more than usual. Don't want to nail him, that's pretty good. Nice off-track driving. Oh, boy. Bit more of a hit than I wanted to take there, but I think I'll be okay. I'm going to do a quick damage check once I can get in the clear here. See if I can go in the insert. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, let's do a quick damage check. Quick check of the wing. No scrapey scrapes. Awesome. Back to racing. Okay, just got to knuckle focus. Oh, nuts. Oh, this is a sketchy lap. I'm glad I had so much on the clock because that was horrible. So, okay, well, we really don't want to make a mistake here. Well, you don't get any closer than that to going off track, and I didn't lift off the throttle. Probably a 1/4 inch or like 1/2 centimeter. Yee. Okay, well, try to focus again. That gets very difficult. Now, timer's not bad, still lower than I wanted to be, but I really have to be careful getting back into traffic. Oh, that's perfect. Exactly what I want. Now I'm catching some slipstream. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take this corner strangely. I'm worried about getting hit. Nope, he didn't go kamikaze on me. You gotta watch out for those kamikaze bots. They do happen. And it's hard to predict when they're going to happen, I find. Okay, there we go. Very nice through Eau Rouge Radion. Interestingly enough, these cars aren't wrecking. I recently did this exact same race in the MP4X, and they totally wreck at Eau Rouge. But not this car. Oh, no. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, another quick damage check. Oh, perfect. I need to know if my wing's damaged, because then I have to brake a little bit more. So that's why I do that quick check, so I don't totally blow a race. Going high into Bruxelles and coming out with some speed. Very slight braking point here. Nice gains. Can I get under him for Puan? Yes, side draft. Oh no, this is getting really difficult. Okay, he's way off track. Oh, come on! Oh, I think I'm going to end the race right here because I'm sure I have maximum damage. We'll do a wing check. Yeah, it's all damaged. That's going to lower my earnings per minute, so let's just call it here. Race time, 14 minutes, 34 seconds. Fame per minute, 934. R per minute, 5,965. That's not bad. So please like and subscribe. Check out some other videos here, and thank you so much for joining me today.